All right, I want to sort of just close the loop on a couple of stories that we've been talking about. The CEO of MyPillow, Mike Lindell, who became a Trump friend early during the pandemic and said Trump was a gift from God. And we thought that's probably as crazy as this guy's going to get. And then, of course, it got crazier and crazier. Mike Lindell, who claims that he has voting machines in his possession, that same Mike Lindell, he is now sort of reversing the burden of proof after saying he is going to be able to prove that the election was actually stolen by Joe Biden. Now he's reversing it and saying he will give you $5 million if you can prove to him that the election wasn't stolen, wasn't stolen by Joe Biden, which is, of course, a very, very different situation. Business Insider reporting Mike Lindell is offering $5 million to anyone who can disprove his allegations of voter fraud if they show up to his cyber symposium. He's going to be doing the symposium in August. Mike Lindell, a staunch ally of Trump, leading promoter of voter fraud conspiracy theories, says he'd give $5 million to anyone who can disprove data that he claims shows election interference. But there's a catch. To be eligible, you have to attend his upcoming cyber symposium, which is taking place in South Dakota between August 10 and 12. So there's 5 million available, guys, but you've got to go to South Dakota and deal with Mike Lindell and people who support him for 3 days. And the event isn't open to the public, according to an ad for the event posted on Lindell's website, Frank. Invitees include politicians, cybersecurity experts, and the media, though it will also be streamed for 72 hours on Frank. Lindell said he wants the symposium to be the most watched live event in history and is aiming for 1 billion people to watch via his website. I can't imagine 1 billion people are going to watch this. He has reserved 800 rooms, but few officials said they would attend. There's also there's a funny other thing to this, which is he wants media to attend, but like normal reporters, they can't take a free room from him. They need to reserve their own rooms to maintain independence, and it's just standard protocol. So there's actually reporters who have said, in theory, I would go to this thing, but because he reserved all of the rooms, I can't take a free room from Mike Lindell because then my reporting could potentially have been influenced by the fact that I got a free room. I'd have to say I got a free room, etc. So he's almost shooting himself in the foot. Okay, here is a clip where Mike Lindell talks about the $5 million.
Today, I'm putting up $5 million to any attendee that comes to this, that's invited to the symposium, if they can prove the data is not the 2020 election.
Did you just say 5 million? Did you just say $5 million?
That's correct.
Yeah. So just, the concept of burden of proof, it's shifting from I have proof that something happened to you prove to me that it didn't happen. As many of you know, when we've talked about burden of proof and logical fallacies, proving a negative can be very, very difficult. And in fact, many conspiracy theories are based on the fact that they put others in a position of having to prove that X did not happen. Whereas really, if they are the ones making the claim, they should be able to bring us evidence that X did happen. One other really funny thing, and there's a visual component here, which if you're not watching, you're not going to fully appreciate. There was this exclusive appearance that Mike Lindell did, I guess, on his own show, where he revealed the packet captures which prove the election was stolen. What you're going to see is it looks like the Matrix. It's just long numbers scrolling up the screen. It's of no meaning whatsoever. There's no column headings. Take a look at this, and I'll describe it if you're just listening today.
This is big news.
Yeah, this is big news. Why don't you I want you to put once again, they were announcing, put the data back up there again, or let it roll again.
Roll that data again. It's rolling right now.
Okay.
Right. I really want everybody to know that this is, that this is what the cyber guys are going to see. This is the real deal here, everybody. This is the first time. Well, tonight we had a show earlier, but today, what's the date today, Brandon?
Today is July 22nd. Thursday, July 22nd.
Thursday, July 22nd.
Okay, so all that's happening is numbers are scrolling up the screen like crazy. And this is supposed to prove that Joe Biden didn't really win the election. And as if we need to take this seriously, but some cybersecurity people looked at it. And again, it's like you don't really need cybersecurity people to look at it, but then there's no column headings. You can't match these numbers to anything in particular. They're not evidence of voter fraud of any kind, never mind fraud that suggests it was actually Donald Trump who won even a single state that he lost. Like, it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So anyway, if you want to go to South Dakota between August 10th and 12th, and I guess pay to go, I don't know if you have to pay to go or not, to this symposium, and then you can prove that Joe Biden won or that there wasn't fraud, I guess better said, there's $5 million in it for you. One of our sponsors is privacy.com. They're giving you $5 when you sign up for their completely free service at privacy.com/Pacman. I've been using Privacy for a little over a year now. You've heard me talk about it before. It's a lifesaver, and here's how it works. It takes just a couple of minutes to set up. Anytime you buy something online or on the phone, instead of actually using your real credit card number, the Privacy app and the browser plugin let you give each company a randomized virtual credit card number that you create out of thin air. It'll even autofill the card number with one click. And the payment is taken out of your checking account without the merchant ever knowing your real information. So this allows you to keep your banking information secure, but also to take control of your finances. You can create up to 12 of these virtual credit cards a month. You can set spending limits. You can freeze them. You can delete them anytime you want. So when you do this, it means you're not going to be charged when you don't want to be, because you can destroy the virtual card number right after using it, which, for instance, I love using free trials because I know I won't be charged when the trial is over if I use a virtual credit card number. You're keeping your identity private by not telling companies who you are. You're keeping your bank or credit card info protected against data breaches and identity theft. And it's free. And like I said, you'll get $5 to spend when you sign up at privacy.com/Pacman.